You sure can. So, Aster,
Yes.
in the months between learning about Rihanna and learning about where Lilith has gone, learning about so many different types of things under so many different circumstances for a good portion of the next few months, nothing really happens. No bad man comes through the vents. No black box dealings of it falling apart. If anything, it gets healthier. More memories are recovered. More data is transmitted. The others go about their normal days. But your your curiosity has gotten the better of you. What are you currently doing?
He he's allowed Zipper to rank up. He's allowed Zipper to rank up with a different way that the rest have. By copying him. Copying what he does. This instead of being like how Missandra is in this large knight, or like Itty and Bitty and these loyal hounds, Market, a mage. Zipper is cloaked, constantly with his own format, and constantly with a set kind of mimicking Aster's height, mimicking Aster's build, everything. The way they have trained is to become Aster's shadow, to act as one entity. And using this as the ultimate test, Aster and Zippy are one right now. His physical body is in his room meditating, sort of focusing on all the anchors that keeps him to reality. Miss Sandra, Itty, Bitty, Market, all his friends, the party, they're all sort of, the party excluded, they're all physically keeping him anchored. While Zipper has taken Aster's form and is traversing with his consciousness through the dark realm, following the scent that he got from connecting with Eos. As he walks past all of these creatures.
So, as you approach the edge of the forest, and it is a forest, it is the sort of. It is not a hellscape like most textbooks would give you the indication of, where gloom and soulless and nobodies, all these different types of beings just fight and clash and shed blood and tears and sweat. It looks like an ecosystem. Once you approach, there are birds hush tweeting, though garbled, in the trees. They are speaking even a language you do not know, even with all the languages you do know. And the hounds are yapping and trying to not attack the gloom birds that look so eerily familiar, but they look like they're trying to play, as if they have known these birds just as long as you've known some of your friends. They do
As
give you
they
a glance, specifically not you, but your familiar. They give your familiar a glance because in this moment being you're not being dragged through like a spirit on a leash. you are controlling your familiar, being able to walk as one, be as one with Zippy. It was part of your training, after all.
They are. Yeah. They. Zipper was Aster's first. So, taking his form is no problem. As he passes by all of them, he gently pets. Both Zipper and Aster agree. Pet the doggos. Pet the doggos.
You get the like dog response of like you get the friendly dog response of like ah, kind of trying to reach to bite your hand but playfully.
Zipper would give it, and Aster's like kind of peels back, showing the difference where his consciousness would not want to be bit. Zipper is aware this isn't hurt, so it is a different hand underneath. Kind of like a silhouette moving without the body. Pet pet pet, taking the bite. Pet pet pet.
And
Continuing
the
forth.
guards that you have basically now gone, yes, I'm friendly, no, I'm mean you no harm, pet pat pot, let you go through. I think Zipper, of
They
all
can
people, know that the guards at the front are the ones labeled as sentries. If they start to bark aggressively, the entire forest goes up in arms. Which I believe
with that.
Zippy would definitely have warned about, of I will do things to keep both of us safe.
Faith restored and Zipper. The arm returned. The arm's body returns silhouette. And they continue to walk.
As you reach that point, I need you to roll a survival check with advantage.
Okay. You're never gonna guess what the one thing I forgot to pull up on my tabs was. My sheets.
I bet.
So survival with advantage.
Yep. Because you are following the scent that is connected to you.
23.
In this mangled pot, almost, this melting pot of scents and sights and smells and tastes and sounds and everything, it, for a second, you, not Zipper, is overwhelmed. Your bond with Eos is thin and frail. It is not a lot, but Zipper is the one who goes in almost in a clarity that you did not expect, even for being your familiar, responds with breathe. That is what this
He
forest
breathes.
does.
He listens. Breathing. I'm just going. Alright.
And when you calm yourself, a thin, faintly purple strand of light echoes from Zipper's vision to winding a path through the trees, bouncing from canopy to canopy as if avoiding the ground entirely. You see it bounce from where you're kind of next to over here to over here, and then passing out of sight right here.
They follow. As if just taking a stroll. They follow.
As you pass by a group of ghast, they oh kind of in your direction as if to say hello.
Delayed, but both hands do wave.
And they turn back to seemingly having a council meeting over something or someone or anything in particular. It seems like a normal
Do I,
day in the forest.
do I see this creature?
You do.
Walks up.
It seems to be half asleep, half awake, and you notice that it's has one eye open looking upwards, and you've kind of felt it through Zipper. There's a humidity in the air for a rainforest ecosystem that denotates either a storm or rainfall. So everything is sticking either under the trees or close to it.
Standing in the opening, Aster will kind of ask Zippy, may I?
What's the plan? Is responded to not out loud, but to you.
Friends.
This might be a
Forest of
different
Enemy.
one than the one you remember.
I'm aware.
Zipper does not stop you, but does keep an eye. Not in a hesitating way, but in a guardian way.
Gotcha. Steps closer. And a hand reaches out but does not touch. Greetings.
The feathers fluff. Big fluff. More fluff, as if to make itself bigger. Because you are small to it. Though you notice that this one is young. It is acting big and tough even when it was just half asleep. It does not. You register with your limited information of this ecosystem that for its age, perceived age at least, it seems too young to be anywhere far from its main den. So, Zipper saying to be careful or asking what the plan is was likely because Zippy understands this. There is no words, just big fluff. You see almost a spark flint of blue along the center of its chest, leading from its neck right below its jaw to about midway down its stomach, like a spark flare almost.
Oh. And he'll kind of separate himself from Zippy in the sense of uh, kind of keeping Zipper as the main body, but becoming the shadow. One second. You are quite large, very intimidating.
You get a
Isn't he?
snuffle.
My name is Aster. The one before you is my friend, Zipper. How have you actually, do you want the new name? Have you thought of it? And he's having a conversation with this thing right there to like kind of have the peaceful offering of, we're not hostile, we're just talking.
Both you and Zippy see the flash of bluish purple eyes dart from place to place, not moving from a laying down position, but just looking around as if to be like, hello, hi, what? And hasn't spoken up yet.
Are you able to talk? And like they kind of stand interconnected with Zippy's one uh, visible eye interlocking with Aster's. Their voices coming out, moving, their mouths moving, same time, voice coming out from both.
You get a pause, followed by, not well, in a language you only understand because of Zippy. Though even Zippy seems to be struggling to translate.
Hmm. I'm looking for a friend. Someone my height. Small, but not weak.
Many friends take your form.
Not many like him. He is heartless. Only in name. He is fractured, weakened, but not.
There's a chittering, sort of nervous, uncertain sound as those bluish purple eyes dart behind itself, sort of in the direction of as you follow its gaze, presumably. Am I incorrect in that assumption?
Yeah, no, he does.
As your gaze follows its, it seems to be glancing in the direction of if you wouldn't have seen it in the flash of lightning surrounding it, you wouldn't have been able to tell that a mountain was there at all. That is how pure pitch black it is in the distance. But it does light up with lightning, bluish purple and bright white, as if clashing elements are at the top. And it looks back at you. Do you mean this realm's? And it pauses, trying to translate for what it doesn't seem to be trying to make it make you smaller or lesser. It's trying to find the right words. And Zippy is also trying to translate in a language that you would understand. So it's
Titan.
like, hmm?
You could say Titan. Strong creature, unrivaled outside of higher beings. Titans.
It nods. Titan. Yeah, this realm's Titan. Rumor says from local creatures, local beings, local everyone, that something else resides within the Titan's grasp.
Hmm. Noted. I'm Aster. Zipper, do you want the proper name? Or do you
Wait,
want to give the Zippy name?
you get the response of feeling the let's wait for a different time.
He nods. I never got your name, winged friend.
You get a head tilt.
The strong should be known.
I
Do
am
you have
too
a name?
young to have a name. Named beings are ones who survive. And the
Zipper
head
feels.
tilts. The head tilts towards. You saw this creature earlier trying to find a good burrowing area, and is currently disappearing into what looks to a temporary den with a Durandal behind it.
Yeah,
Um,
the toxin creature.
yeah, the fox-like, vixen-like creature that is seemingly made out of a ghastly red flame, like see-through almost, and is disappearing under the world right now. And that one, old enough, old enough to have met the Titan, but afraid of it, hates the rain
Yes.
because of it. The strong earn names, the young survive to earn it. Are you old enough to have earned your name? And looks at you again.
Aster stares at it. I am Aster Herald. I am the strongest. I have spat in the face of that which lies in the sea, and I am welcomed by the most gracious pink one. If you do survive, and I do hope you do, look for my call, and I will give you a glorious name.
It settles back down again, just seemingly content at the moment. For something so young, saying that it needs to survive, it seems at ease around the current company.
As Zipper and Aster begin to walk off, he does mumble, 0. Watch over that one. Kindness must be repaid.
You were in a sigh.
You can sigh at me all you want, friend, but 0 not working for you? We can try a new one, buddy. It was
As
better
you
than Mist's suggestion, which was Uno.
you were in another sigh. This time a little more playful. The way that siblings badmouth each other. I was just like, I don't gotta come back for that one shit. Like, you won, but not for long. Like, that kind of sigh.
He will continue kind of laughing as he does openly pass towards the Foxian creature.
Hmm.
Greetings! I am Aster. Do you know of the creature on the mountain? The figure?
It stops burrowing, having only the tips of its tail out, and it turns around in that fox sort of way of like extend snoot, one eye peeking over. What?
Do you know of the creature that. The individual on the mountain? I'm an ally of its, and I'm looking to find them.
Ugh. Of course you're an ally of it. Blech. Don't talk to me. I didn't do anything this time. And it goes back to digging.
Do you need help digging?
No, I got it.
Do you have a name? I gave you mine so kindly.
That's your own decision, and also bad. Are you new here? Peeks out again. Zipper
I'm a
is giving
summoner.
you the most, like, don't response.
He does bite his tongue as he goes, I'm not from here, I'm from the shores.
That explains it. Too friendly. What do you want? And goes back to like looking down and digging.
I wish to find my friend.
If your friend is further past here, might be dead.
Oh, I hope for your sake that's not the case.
My sake, I didn't do anything. Come on.
Oh, no, 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 not like that, friend.
Would you stop calling me friend? I don't have friends. They disappoint me.
Well, you're talking to me. Have I disappointed you yet?
We're not friends. You started calling me friend. It's different.
You didn't give me a name.
Ugh.
And you are not my enemy.
I try not to be. Not after that thing. But alright.
What thing?
Ugh.
The one on the mountain or something else?
No. No. It, it stops, trudges out of its nearly made burrowing den for the coming rain.
As it trudges out, I want you to understand that, begrudging of Zipper, who's probably still right here,
Hmm.
the visage of Aster is currently like hands against his cheek and chin, kneeled down near the edge of the burrow.
It clambers out for a moment, like full fox figure, and stretches, rolls its shoulders like a human would, and cricks its neck, like full 90-degree tilt, and then shaking its head, and goes, eh, needed a break anyway. And you realize this fox-like creature stands, even on all fours, a good and easy 3 feet taller than you. Probably around 9.5 feet tall and much longer in length.
Alright. Aster is now standing up proper and does back up into Zipper, becoming one figure again.
What was the question again? I forgot.
The thing. What thing? If it's not the one on the mountain, what's this thing?
Oh, yeah. Everyone calls it the hunter.
Hunter. Female?
No clue.
Hmm.
We just call it the hunter. It always comes around during the rain. Not even, the dragons. Not even the feathered dragons, the ones taken to the rain, want to even get near it.
Does it have red hair?
What? No.
Does it have red? Hmm.
Why would what?
Hmm.
Like it
Hmm.
sounds
Hmm.
genuinely perplexed.
Well, I don't
There.
know.
That's for human things.
I look like a human thing.
No. That does not mean you have hair. What is it squints at you and you realize that it is blind. It hasn't been looking at you.
Oh. Forgive me, I did not realize. You talk so fluently, I thought you could see.
Well, I used to be able to, and now I get by scent, and you smell different. I give you that much, but you're not, you know, you're from the shore. That's what I'm summing it up to, because the shore has that smell.
Just between Aster and Zippy, this is more of the mental link.
Hmm.
How dangerous is he?
Are you asking Zipper if this one before you is dangerous?
Yeah, like he knows everything around here can be dangerous. How he's asking for like a scale of How bad is this one?
The mental link betrays a sort of 3 or 4 on outright combative threat, but in terms of sentry threat, the guard dogs would have been a better ending.
Mm. And just so I'm clear, the guard dogs let us through because Zipper, not Aster, was kind.
Yes.
The shore is very nice. You should visit sometime if you ever wander out of the forest.
I don't go near there anymore. Some person is holed up over there most of the time, and I, quite frankly, do not care enough to get shot or mauled or maimed or anything like that. Thank you.
Is it a? I believe I know what you're talking about. That woman, correct?
Yes. Know her?
Yes.
Oh, good, great, wonderful. Are you
He,
one of hers? Her and her
no, but
shadow.
no, but she treated me with kindness, and her shadow spared me. And he's gonna mental link to Zipper. I think it would be safe if we pretend that if you take the reins here, bud. No Aster, just Zipper. Can you?
You feel a nod more than you see it. Or feel it. Like, it's one of those
Aster
things of
will.
you get a positive response.
Okay, then Aster will kind of remain not subconscious, but kind of let Zipper back into the driver's seat of his own body.
You hear a conversation go back and forth in a language you do not know. It sounds like for lack of a better term, it sounds like the formal received pronunciation version of a language that is close to Abyssal, close to Heartless, but is just bad enough that you can't understand it. Like you catch a couple of words, a couple of formalities exchanged, a question here and there from the tone. You get the image of, for lack of a better term, you get the image of that mountain during the daylight.
All right.
And even in the daylight, it is a pitch black expanse reaching into the sky.
Yeah.
And you feel Zipper like do a little, not curtsy, but formal wave, not a salute, just a formal wave. And the creature goes back to digging. You never receive a name, nor a feeling of a name. It just seems that this creature does not persist in names or otherwise does not care about them. So Zippy goes to step away, back away from it, giving a sort of acknowledgement nod to the Durandal, who just looks so tired. Like this is normal, but also goddamn it. Like that kind of response from a Heartless.
Yeah.
It looks bodyguard-ish, if not like straight up, I defend this person before this person has to defend themselves.
Like not parasite, but symbiosis kind of
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah. So Zippy steps back and starts to head in the direction of where you started following the scent before, heading towards the top and with the feathered dragon.
All right. Uh, so he is moving towards the feathered dragon again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Makes way to the feathered dragon. Head pat, and politely goes around. Begins to head up towards the mountain.
And it takes you a while to reach any sort of semblance of pathway or track that looks different from the norm. I need you to roll survival flat.
All right. 16.
So you can either fail, succeed at a cost, or receive help.
You will receive help.
There's a tug in the center of your chest. It's not like a beacon, not like a leash. It feels like, you know how when we ping on the map, there's a center
Mm-hmm.
point and it radiates outward?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. It's like someone put a fucking tracking checkpoint marker directly over top of your head, and it's just constantly pinging. And you just kind of look around for a moment of like, what the fuck? The fuck? Hello? God? What? Like,
I will. I will say. I'm completely unaware that this is. Uh, at first, this is help. Yeah.
yeah, at first it just feels like something decided to basically target you. It feels like a target, but it's neutral.
Before he realizes it's neutral.
That was the wrong one.
Before he realizes it's neutral, he does pull. Like his form pulls back again,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the hands on Zipper's body begins to twitch as like the emergency. Oh fuck! Call Missy.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute it is neutral, it does calm down, and the form returns to merged, and he will start following the ping.
You feel an odd sort of almost felt TV static. It's like you're trying to connect to a source you know is there, but you haven't tuned into the right frequency. Or something may be blocking it.
He will deepen the meditation to and kind of extend his mana to create a tighter bond with Zipper.
You feel contemplative. It's not your feeling that you're feeling. It is the sort of echoed backlash of something is trying to see what you're going to do next, and it is connected to you. Although it doesn't seem to be registering that you're nearby, and it does register in your head that you're nearby.
And he knows Eos's name, or Eos's name.
Uh, you generally, if I recall correctly, you do understand that he has a different name, and I think he was referred to when you woke up on DGS and got like things explained to you that his name was Eos. So we'll go with that for now.
All right, then pull back, cup mouth. Eos, it's Aster. And then he'll talk immediately to Zipper like, "That's not a dumb idea, is it?"
All of the sound in the immediate vicinity goes deathly silent. as if you have spoken something into existence that should not ever be there. And there's a sort of rustling, a sort of uncertain movement around a rock formation that seems out of place.
Motion to carefully move to the rock.
Roll Arcana for me, buddy.
Yep. No.
That's a normal rock formation. Nothing is out of place here.
Stare at it. Stare at it. Well, there's nothing wrong with this one. It starts making his way up the mountain again.
You place one foot on, like, do you go near the rock further or do you go near the mountain?
We'll walk past the rock and go towards the mountain.
You it's accidental almost. The way that you move, you know, the body of your familiar to walk around it and head further down the path, presumably to long shot your way into maybe running into AOs. And where you should have tripped over, a rock indirectly next to your foot too close, it passes through it. And even Zippy's just
Pause.
like, hello. I know that was a rock.
Zippy and Aster pull apart, stare at the rock, look at each other, the rock, and Aster looks him dead in the eyes and goes, well, dead in the eye and goes, no, you don't. And then he'll connect again, stick his head in the fucking rock.
You see a hatch right behind where it was hyper realistic. Like everything else around it was thinly coated in fog and had scratches and marks and flowers and ferns, and there was a tree nearby, and you pop in, and that in about 30 to 45-foot radius around the rock starting at the edge of it, nothing is there aside from a hatch, a ladder, a sort of lantern torch that is glowing a bright blue, and a tarp held up by a couple of very sturdy looking sticks, and the hatch is open.
Do do we? I mean, we gotta, right?
Zippy just goes, I think it's the best option, otherwise we might run into something worse.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. And he'll help motion Zippy into the hatch.
Do you jump down or do you take the ladder?
Take the ladder. Not a heathen.
You see at the bottom of the ladder, rather rickety, roughshod, it looks like it was built today, if not a few days ago. You kind of get the feeling that this place is dark down here for a reason, and it feels spacious, like it feels lived in.
leave it to these guys to. Shit, what do we even say here, man? This is not normal. This is one of those things that is only, you know, you know what I mean, Zippy?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know, man.
What do you do?
Move forward. Eos, it's Aster. Through my familiar Zippy. And if there are any loose heartless here, we do have portals. Come and fucking try it.
You enter the first door, and it's open. It feels like it's that way on purpose because you hear another door click open, like swing open almost, and you hear the skittering of animal-like footsteps and a door closing.
And then he'll just keep moving forward. Check this area. Like, is that door open?
What are you doing currently?
Checking this door to see if it's open.
It does not look open, no.
Keep moving down the hallway.
The only source of light seems to be from not lanterns or coils or even light bulbs. The only source of quote unquote electricity seems to be something of a magical device. And even you can tell that without a roll. It is a magical device. And it is giving off a like pulsating on and off glow as you get closer to it. It doesn't get faster or slower, it just pulses.
He stares at the pulse, kind of saying, "Go ahead and like letting Zippy investigate because I know Zippy's probably curious too."
Mhm. The swirling miasma inside looks eerily familiar in terms of depths of the sea familiar.
And Aster will be the first to say it. Leviathan.
You
His
see
power.
a couple of eyes open in the depths. Even of this, you say Leviathan. You, not Zippy. You say it. And as if in response, one eye, two, four, six.
Both the hands on Zippy's real body heighten as if ready to pull him out and
Mhm.
trade places with him in an act of protection. How does Zippy respond to that?
Zippy shakes his head. It's not real. Or if it
The
is,
hand
cannot reach you.
the hands loosen. Don't forget, Zippy. That power. That's what we're going for.
I know,
I'm going.
but that's not what we're here for.
You're right. And he'll look around to help out, like see, got any clue where?
You do see behind you, uh, the door wasn't fully closed. It looked like almost as if there was emotion for something to close it, but didn't have the hands to do it.
Mm. Careful, Zip. Head that way.
Do you push open the door?
Yes.
Are you quiet or are you loud?
Neither? Middle ground, sort of? Like, he's not hiding his presence, but he's also being cautious.
Right. You hear kind of distantly from a nearby room and like nearby, like next to or adjacent to this hall. You hear not humming, but sort of a low drone almost.
Yes?
You don't get a response to that.
The hunter. And the hands do tighten around Zippy again.
You get nothing.
Alright.
Do you step through?
Aster does. Zippy does not. So his image does go forward, but Zippy's body remains here safely.
You hear a door swing open with like the intensity of someone who is not rushing but not caring. Just the kind of swing open of poof. And you hear the most god awful fucking rendition of Hips Don't Lie coming from the fucking like room adjacent, one of them, and is just not singing along but muttering along. And you hear footsteps approaching.
I want you to know Zippy is now suddenly right here, and Aster is right here. Both of them, mouth open. What? Waiting for this shit.
You hear boots, heavy boots, near combat, shifting of
Were
fabric.
they made for walking?
They were made for running, actually, and right now they are walking. And Zippy is the first one to see anything, or rather, see nothing, because the form of the person, the outline, is all that is entertained in the darkness, because there is no real light in this room. And even with Zippy's dark vision, it seems clouded almost, as if on purpose. and then pauses, reaches into one of their seemingly endless amount of pockets, holds up a remote, like it looks like a straight up TV remote in even in the dark, like silver patterning, silver buttons. Click, the music stops.
Understand, and this is out loud from Aster. You will never live this down, and everyone will know.
Huh. Now I know for a fact that my hallucinations ain't that fucking strong. But they could be. So whatever, turns it back on and walks to a different room.
Openly. You hallucinate?
Yeah, bitch, muffled as like that person starts to walk away into a different room.
Eos, it's actually Aster. I'm fucking borrowing my conscious into my familiar zipper. This
You don't
is
get a
his
response.
ranked up form.
You don't get a
Huh?
response.
Just goes, Zippy? Zippy.
Mm,
What? What the fuck do we do?
prove that we're not hallucinations.
How do we do that safely?
Well, hallucinations can't interact with anything, right?
Very real. Pick up something and let it drop on the floor. Don't pick anything breakable up.
He looks around, looks kind of behind him a little bit, and goes, "Hold on, I have an idea," and books it down the hall, like
Which
dragging you
way?
with him. Like, yeah, over
This way
there.
or
Yeah, over that way.
Zippy? 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 My body! My body! Less zigzags!
And swings open the door, and there is just a little baby chocobo, or seemingly chocobo, hiding behind the desk.
What? Why do you have a. What?
There's just insanely loud chirping of no, no, no kind of response from the baby. And just like, don't worry from Zippy as he approaches and is like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not even going to pick up the bird. I'm just waiting. And you hear the in like instant like the music stops again and you understand that the music is source wise not coming from this room. It was just contained in this room for a moment.
He's gonna move over here, like
Hmm.
with control. Like move over here, just gently. Gently. Take a step back. Pose to whatever door he hears the noise. Whenever the footsteps start, he's just gonna pose against this this island and just be like, "I'm ready."
The door clatters open, like almost with a bang. But the bird doesn't seem more afraid of the bang than it does literally of you two. And it seems to understand that they're as you two rather than you one. And there's just the insanely loud chirping of no, no, alert, alarm, help, please, someone, like that kind of thing.
Looking Eos dead in his eyes, Aster speaks again. Never living it down.
Ignores you, picks up the baby, lets it like curl up in the fluff of his surprisingly not red hair. It is bluish black to bright blue ends,
Blue suits you.
and lets the black chocobo, the baby black chocobo, or whatever looks like it, curl up in the ends of his hair and actually blots out the blue. So he looks like he is completely covered in black, aside from his face and eyes. And he stares
You
at you.
you have a gloom bird, a gloom chocobo that you let meld with your hair.
Turns and starts to leave.
I'll text Arthur. My physical body's in the real world. I'm gonna text Arthur about the hips don't lie. And he like moves over to the door. He's like, I mean it. Get your ass back here.
Pauses. It's the first time he's acknowledged beyond staring at you that you're even there.
Looks at him, just staring. I'm real, dude. For real, for real.
Over the bond that you accidentally or intentionally made, your not Zippy's, your heart rate spikes.
Calm down. Zipper's present. I've lent him my consciousness and my image. My body's still in the real world.
Keeps walking but doesn't shut the door.
Follows. Just keep an eye on him, Zippy.
Opens another door. Before he even gets to it, it seems to swing open with a creak. And the room inside is completely lit up. Like it is frighteningly so. If it wasn't completely underground, you're pretty sure it would have alerted his entire presence. Kind of bright.
You have the fucking. I don't even know. What? So bright.
You hear an old kind of TV lounge chair slash sofa kind of creak under his sudden weight. And then the delighted chirping of a chocobo.
Leans in the doorway. Staring at him. You okay?
You're here, so no.
I'm not here. Zippy's here.
Why are either of you here? You're topsiders. They're gonna smell that on you.
They won't. I'm not a normal topsider.
Regardless. You know the bird pitter patting of like, I'm getting comfortable? He's currently leaned back and letting the small bird just curl up on top of him.
He waits.
It gives off like pigeon cooing kind of morning dove sounds. And it's just fluff, 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 fluff. It doesn't seem to be getting comfortable anytime soon, so it is apparently trying to find a good reason to keep this motherfucker from moving, much in a mom sort of tone. He hasn't said anything, he's just waiting.
He's Aster's waiting too. Zippy's just connected with him. He's gonna talk to him softly, like, give him time. I can guess how this feels.
He sighs, finally, after about 5 minutes of actual real silence, aside from the cooing and fluffing. What? What do you want? You've got me at my sanest, so congratulations.
How long have you been hallucinating?
Years.
Before the incident?
No. I'm surprised. The only reason you aren't being affected by it is because you're not physically here, dumbass. I am.
No, I have hallucination. Don't worry about that.
No, I'm talking about the frostbite.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I will admit that's not good.
I think my nobody experiences it too. That's just a PTSD thing.
Figures.
I've got them bad enough that sometimes they do genuinely hurt. So, good idea on you for going to set, you know, Roku and pats the bird on the top of the head who just. Good
Yeah,
idea
the
for getting Roku to be loud, because that bird can tell when I'm having an hallucination.
Zipper's idea, actually.
Good. Now, what is your point of being here, Master?
Check on you. Truly check on you. See
Well,
you.
check
Meet you.
completed.
No, it's not.
Are you sure? Because there's not much to see.
My mom's in the dark realm.
I know.
Good. Does
I
she
ran
come
into
by?
her. Not nearby, no. She's at the shore. She's made herself a home there for right now.
Visit. Visit or invite her.
She doesn't like leaving the shoreline, and I don't like going there. That and some weirdo chased me off.
The hunter?
No. What do you know about the hunter?
Whatever the
He seems
blind fox
playful.
told me.
His tone
I only know
shifted from like tired exhaustion to tired playfulness as soon as you mentioned the hunter.
just that there's a blind fox that feels emotions about them.
I would assume so. Mutra normally does have emotions about everybody in the general vicinity.
There's a winged, there's a feathered dragon that told me about this mountain.
This isn't the mountain, this is the base of the mountain.
Regardless, they were a lot kinder, but not in a bad way.
Which feathered dragon? There's a bunch of them.
Doesn't have a name yet. Too young.
Ah, one of the babies. Consider yourself lucky.
I told it to find me, my shadow, if it does survive.
You've given some hope. Dangerous thing, that one.
Yeah. Well, I know what dangerous things can become when treated right.
Why is it so loud? Hello, God?
I don't know. It's very loud.
What? It's not even that loud on my end. I just know it's loud.
Dude, it's like a quarter from mine, and it was so loud on the intro.
Dude, I don't even know what to tell you. Anyway, I just
Regardless.
get through to that first bit because it's not loud the entire time.
Yeah.
But Eos does kind of shift, picking up the never comfortable, never truly sitting still bird, and lets it cuddle up to his hair again, blotting out the blue, and just take a seat, close the door.
Closes it, takes a seat. I know what happened to you.
Yep, I died.
Yeah, trust me. Been there. Not fun.
Eh, been there a lot.
Well, if these loops are honest, then so have I.
Do you remember yours? Any of yours?
No, thankfully.
I remember them all.
I know.
My nobody, my soulless. They don't.
But you do.
But the heart is for. To remember. To forgive. But I've done one and not the other.
My dad put me back together. And my mom put my brother back together.
I think you've got that reversed, Chief.
Maybe. I don't know anymore.
Either way, you're alive.
I am, but can't be upset at them, right?
Says who?
Says me. Says my mom. Says my dad. Says the way they raised me. The way they've
Sucks
always
to be
raised me.
you. I hate everything. And you just sniffs.
Oh, so you hate Arthur too. Oh, that's
Sure the
gonna be
fuck
heartbreaking to
do.
tell him. It's gonna be real heartbreaking to tell him.
Sure the fuck do hate him. Because his dumbass is trying to get here.
Well, he ain't that dumb.
Dude, if he ends up here, he's going to be in as miserable and as much pain as anything is possibly ever going to put him through. Just so he can fucking grab me and get me out. I'd rather suffer than put him through that.
I'd rather get you out.
That's great. It's wonderful. I'd rather you not die.
That's why we're not rushing. That's why Arthur and I are both working. I'm gonna become a seeker of darkness.
Oh, so the old man finally told you.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
That's good. I was wondering when Luca would stop being a bitch.
Luca?
He goes silent.
Yeah, of course he knew.
Sorry.
I,
I thought you knew.
I found out. My mom's password is literally the name of a command board. I searched
Yep.
a file,
Yep.
and then I had a talk with her royal grandmotherness. And then Dad told me. But Luca would know. He knows about you too, doesn't he?
It depends. I wouldn't say he knows about me specifically, but he does know that I'm not supposed to be a nobody, Tom. Or at least, not full nobody. Nobody runs in the family lineage. Has my nobody told you that yet, actually?
No, he is not.
Ah, shit.
I haven't. Probably something he probably told TB. I know the group doesn't mean to, but I think they mistake me for him often.
No, no, my nobody doesn't tell anybody anything anymore, actually, after dying nearly 3 times. Just in this run
What?
alone.
Well, as someone who took a lightning bolt to the everywhere for you, I feel a
Oh,
little sad.
Jesus. I forgot about that.
Don't worry, it won't happen again.
I sure hope not.
And if it tries, I've been told. I don't know what I've been told, but regardless. Yes.
Yeah. What's up?
Can I ask you something to be honest?
I'll do my best.
Do you want to get out?
Of course I do. I don't want to be here. It sucks here.
So why don't you want us to, you know?
Because it's not just one of you coming to get me, is it?
Nope.
Even if it's not one of you, knowing what I know, it's all of you.
Not all of us. They'll try, but it won't be all of us. Me and Arthur know the dangers of the Dark Realm. We
The
know
fuck
that we
he
need to leave
does.
home. Well, he's pulled my ass out of it before, so I would hope he does.
This bitch, and points as if Arthur's right next to him. This bitch, okay? I want you to understand. He came here on a fucking whim. Ran into me by chance. Pulled his ass out of a river, stood in front of a bullet that could have actually killed and separated his soul from his body. Nearly took that. Nearly fucking took that. And I had to throw away one of my biggest fucking spells that I was saving to get home. Got home by pure fucking luck. I swear he attracts luck. That's all he's good for. Fuck off. He didn't do anything. He made things worse and then better because he existed, because he's a beacon of light, okay? Like, this is the most emotive you've seen, Thea.
You love him.
Yeah, I do. Ugh, sadly.
So does all of you do.
Oh, we fell in love with him the moment he stopped us in the mouth for bad mouthing his mom.
You badmouth that sweet woman? And like
I
even Zippy is like leaning forward of like the you didn't.
I was 5 years old, if that, and I was an angry kid. Yes, I did. I didn't like anybody. She was impressed, and the only reason she didn't, lash out with like one of her sandals she was wearing that day, um, was probably because my own mom got to it first after I'd already been hit to the ground. Arthur's pretty fucking strong. I'll tell you that much. Even when he was a kid.
Oh, I know. Try being a herald. That shit hurts.
I know.
When do I do it?
I don't want to talk about it. It's hot though. I'll give you that much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God, I'm
Yes.
fucking tired. Like, he just mutters this under his breath.
Aster smiles.
What? What's with the smiles? What's the giddy? What did I say?
Nothing. You told Arthur to do it, right?
Do what?
Hold me back
Oh
on the
yeah.
ship.
Yeah. What about it? I knew who you were up against. I knew they would have killed you. Or worse, captured you. Either way, you
Let me
would have
ask.
died.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Do we meet them again? Will we be ready?
You'll meet them countless times. Over and over and over again. You'll never know it's them. And when you do, know it is them, even if you can't see them. You're never ready. Not even at the end.
I don't believe that.
We never were before.
Things have changed.
Yeah, Arthur has a sister. I know.
I wasn't a warlock before.
Somewhere along the line, I think once you were. Not this kind, though. Also, fucking, can you tell Barbie to not try and find me either, because she's also going to get hurt?
She doesn't need to.
Yeah, but I used to be friends with one of her right-hand women. A long time ago.
You'll misunderstand. I'll rephrase.
Hmm.
Our champion's already here. I know where you are. I know where you're hiding. And I know the forces that I need to tread to get here.
No, this is my lab. I don't live here.
Then I know where your lab is.
Please don't. No, don't do this to her. Don't make me have to post up here every so often. It sucks here. It sucks everywhere. But at least I have a bed-ish.
Sorry, bud.
Speaking of having a living space, I actually need to go get food.
No, you don't.
I do.
Zippy. And this is where I'm gonna do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
A portal opens as one of the hands on Zippy's shoulders pulls back, and a backpack comes through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna have to steal a bunch of Arthur's food for a month or two, but There's all the food I got recently. Healthy food, junk food, whatever have you. Do not make fun of the cheeseburger backpack.
He's
And
staring at you.
this is where Zippy's form will take full control. Because through the portal, Aster's hand is reaching out from it, and I know the dangers of that happening, so he's waiting. It's just hovering there, ready.
I appreciate it. I legitimately cannot get that.
You're not here right now, are you?
Nope.
Then Zippy will take it and set it on the table in front of him. It's here for you whenever you come grab it.
Here is a loose term in general. This is the form I take while I am at my lab, but I'm asleep. It is the way that I communicate best with, and gestures towards the now sleeping Chocobo, or whatever it is. It's awake while I sleep. It sleeps, and I should be waking up anytime soon on that mountain.
Your then proper food, water, all that, real versions of it, will be here when you do wake up.
You do realize I'm just a heart, right? Like, this isn't. I'm not. I don't have. That's a lie. I've studied anatomy. I can recreate a lot of things. It's not perfect, though. I can't taste anything.
Then take your time. And if anything else, you've got a new carrying case.
Why are you so determined to give me these things? Are you two brain cells fighting for second place over here?
Third place, actually.
Ugh. I'm not allowed to make a single fucking comment about you guys. By the way, this is the first time you've actually started to hear any variation of Lex openly swear.
The prodigal child can cuss.
Prodigal child. Bitch. I don't want that title. You get that shit away from me.
Well, you have to smack it out of my mouth in person, bud.
Uh, you see him go to start to say something, and then he just shuts up immediately. Oh, by the way, get out of here for a bit. Like, I genuinely. Uh, Good luck at the gala. You're gonna need it.
I'll take it.
Oh, and speaking of preparations,
Yeah.
you're gonna need something to contain my heart to get me out of here.
Takes a moment. Mm, I have a thought, but
Is that in or
it's
out
not
of
as
character?
smart. No, this is in character. I have a thought, but it's not a smart one.
That's normal. What do you got?
Hi. I can do it.
Fucking what do you mean?
I can carry your heart.
The hell you can.
I can.
No. He suddenly looks not terrified, but annoyed. I'm serious. No.
As am I. I have an idea. I can do it. It's not. Maybe, okay. Maybe you're thinking too literally. I mean, I can carry your heart. Bind it in something and personally carry it.
You see an eye roll.
But you have to trust me.
Yeah,
And you
I
don't
do.
care. You trust me?
I do. I'm not saying don't do it out of a form of mistrust or misguided trust. It is.
More be careful of taking more than I can chew.
Yeah. I don't
What
want you
can
to break, and I don't want myself to break.
what can hold your heart? Tell me.
I'm not sure. Playfully, I could say, oh, Arthur can do it. He can't.
No. But that might be a good idea.
Not really.
If any no. If anyone would know how to carry a heart outside of their body for a long time, the royal family would.
About that, you might want to go ask the king.
Which one?
Fucking what do you mean?
These chuckle fucks have been interacting with the Black King.
You see the sudden, both you feel it and you see it. The sudden twist of sharp, hot anger.
There is a physical sit up of Aster without Zipper, and Zippy's just like, "What? Hello?" And like him being connected through the most is just like suddenly, "Oh, I feel it now," and leans up with Aster. What was that? Right. He. Right.
Why do you think that when I saw Arthur after recently dying, I thought he had betrayed me?
I
Because
don't
in
know.
this run, this timeline, this loop, this reset, he chose this one of all ones to befriend and get close to King, the false king.
False King. That's what you call him?
Because he is. Stupid title. Fuck that. He's a liar, a cheat, and a deceptionist. He'll do anything to get what he wants, and that includes taking down everyone around him. That includes fucking. And you feel it more than you see it as he tugs his hood over his face. The sudden whiplash of anger to sorrow, of grief, of self hate. He would even go through a child who was just doing their job. With your insight, you do know that even with him saying the correct words, he doesn't feel them.
Eos.
What?
What's your favorite joke?
What's it matter?
Well, I like the one about monkeys, but it's kind of bananas.
There's more of an exhalation than anything else.
What? Did I say something wrong? I came here to make sure you were happy. I'm not gonna bring up much more. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make sure you're okay. And I'm gonna make you a promise.
What now?
Looks him dead in the eyes, and this is the only time that Aster has gotten serious. The kind of serious that he gets whenever he summons somebody. That presence of confidence, of absolution. I will save you. We will save you.
The visceral reaction that Eos just had in my brain. I'm just like, ugh. Just
Rescue. Save.
I don't need saving, jackass.
You know I'm connected to your emotions, right?
You fucking what?
Yeah, dude, every time you feel something, I feel something.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's not good. Ignore that, if you will.
Right back at you.
No. Those are mine. I do what I want.
I meant when you feel mine, numbnuts.
No. Because then I have to pay attention to you. And you're real. Better that than. And glances off to the side.
He looks at us. I'll always be real with you. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever. And Eos can feel, yeah, that's the God honest truth.
Yeah. That's what Arthur said too.
With me, you can feel it.
You think I can't feel him do it too?
Yeah.
Arthur doesn't lie. A bit of a harsh topic. He just doesn't tell you everything.
Yeah.
Not because he doesn't think you need to know it, but just because there's a better time and place for it. Which is
Yeah, that's
very...
gotten him hit more than once.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I was there for a couple of them.
I'm glad I held back when I did.
I'm honestly just real tired. My nobody gets everything right now. Won't let himself have anything.
Well,
For once, I hope he gets sick. The only time he lets himself feel.
he hasn't been sick yet?
No. Dude, my goddamn body is insanely resistant to a lot of everything. It's insane. But my heart, on the other hand, and he taps his chest through the fabric, not the strongest thing there is.
I don't know, you look pretty very strong to me.
I meant
Um,
fucking immune system wise, bitch. I am currently being staved off poison wise by you two chucklefucks. I'm in a state of perpetual pain. Maybe I shouldn't have said
oh,
that.
no, you shouldn't have. I'm absolutely gonna be sending next care package is gonna be from Cassandra, and it's gonna have antidotes.
They're not gonna work.
Don't
They
have to
don't.
work. They just have to help.
I'm good. Genuinely. Get out of here already. Damn.
Keep an eye on that feathered dragon for me. Make sure it does survive. I've already asked Zipper, but I feel like am I right in assuming you're gonna need at least 7 days of treats and 6 nights of desserts?
There's a sniff. They're just like, you got it. I'm not gonna correct you. Hell, you gave me one more
Yeah.
day. Shit. Like,
Yeah. He's gonna need a break. So
just go. I've got it.
I know you do. And I know you'll call out if you need help.
No, I won't. You know that.
Oh, I know you won't, but you will.
That's who.
Says me, who remembers the location and way to get to this exact spot. Ooh.
Sure, sure. Get out of
Drop by
here.
my mom once in a while. Drop by my mom once in a while.
Uh, I don't want to
She's a
be
good
shot at
woman.
by your fucking brother, dude. Alright? No, I don't want to.
You leave him to me. He shot at you?
Yeah.
And there's suddenly that, like, Aos can feel the fucking immediate full core hatred. He shot at you?
Yeah, but it was defensive. I was in all shroud at the time. I think I was partially in beast form too.
Lord. Okay. It does calm down a bit. I don't enjoy.
He is protecting her, so I don't need
He
to
is.
go over there.
You do,
I
but not
don't.
for protection, you goober.
Yeah.
At least go over there and tell her I'm okay, please. I've been meaning to reach out more than I actually have. Hard to locate her.
He stands up, finally, in that kind of almost old man kind of way of like, everything hurts. I've lived 50,000 years and all of them were of dust and ash kind of mentality. Walks over. And while Zippy does not feel this, you do. His approach is so much more weighted and felt arcana wise than anything else you could have possibly done. He has known you have been here since the moment you approached the hatch, and that you are certain of. And he reaches out, places a hand on your, like, semi physical head. Like, just pat, 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 pat. I'm genuinely fucking exhausted. I've been awake for, like, what? And pauses as if he can't remember.
A little too long, bud.
Yeah, but it happens. I got shit to do. Now get out of here. Intern says leave.
As he's leaving and as Zippy is being pulled back, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to become the next icon. Bye."
Fucking what? And your connection cuts.
And it's just oh, the icon of, by the way, I'm going to become the next icon of Odin. And then it's just a fucking, what?
Uh-huh. But is that where you want to end it?
That is where I would like to end it, but I would also like to kind of have a silly moment of Zipper arriving back, full body form, and then just that one gif of the shrinking into the chibi, but it's him into his imp form.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, I got you, buddy. I got you.
So that's what we'll call it.